Welcome to the AI Story Narrator channel.
In the quiet, unassuming town of Willowbrook, there existed a lake with a name no one seemed to remember. For years, it had been shrouded in a sinister legend. Locals referred to it as the Abyss, a place where the line between life and death blurred. It was a notorious spot where inexplicable drownings occurred, and the townsfolk couldn't decide if the lake was cursed or if it had a sinister will of its own. Willowbrook's postmaster, a reclusive man with a penchant for conspiracy theories, whispered tales about the abyss to anyone who would listen. He believed it was a cursed place, drawing lost souls like a moth to a flame. A place where reality bent and darkness thrived. Lisa, a curious journalist who had recently moved to town, became fascinated by the legend. She spent her days in the library, digging through old newspapers and town records, searching for any clues about the mysterious lake. One evening, while sipping coffee at the local cafe, she overheard a group of locals discussing the abyss. They talked of dark apparitions that lurked by the water's edge, and some even claimed to have heard ghostly cries in the dead of night. On a different note, there was Tom, the town's retired sheriff. He had an eerie fascination with the abyss, which bordered on obsession. He had seen strange things in his years of patrolling the town, and he had heard rumors of the lake's malevolent secrets. The sheriff was determined to uncover the truth about the abyss, no matter the cost. As Halloween approached, the abyss became the hot topic in Willowbrook once again. The air was filled with a palpable unease, and the lake seemed to beckon those brave enough to venture near it. Lisa decided to investigate. She couldn't resist the allure of the mysterious lake. She gathered her research, packed her camera, and set out for the abyss, determined to document any strange occurrences that might prove the legend's veracity. On the eve of Halloween, she ventured into the forest that concealed the abyss, accompanied by Tom, who agreed to accompany her. They navigated the dark woods, their flashlights casting eerie shadows that danced like wraiths among the trees. The moon hung low in the sky, casting an ethereal glow upon the water. As Lisa and Tom approached the lake's edge, they felt an inexplicable chill in the air. Tom's experienced eyes scanned the surroundings, his grip on his flashlight tightening. Then, it happened. A faint whisper echoed through the trees. It was the chilling cry of a woman, distant but unmistakable. Lisa and Tom exchanged alarmed glances, their heartbeats quickening. With a shaky hand, Lisa turned on her camera, eager to capture evidence of the supernatural. As the pair moved closer to the water's edge, the lake seemed to come alive. Faint ripples spread across the surface, like ghostly fingers brushing against the world of the living. The whisper grew louder, and the forest around them seemed to close in, choking the very air they breathed. They saw a figure emerge from the depths of the abyss, a spectral form draped in tattered white. Lisa's camera trembled in her hands as she captured the image. The apparition appeared to weep, and its mournful cries echoed through the night. Tom's voice trembled as he whispered, "We need to leave, now." But it was too late. The ghostly figure turned its hollow gaze upon them, and in an instant, the world spiraled into chaos. The lake surged, as if the abyss itself sought retribution. A powerful force gripped Lisa and Tom, pulling them toward the water. Panic set in as they fought to free themselves, but it was as if the abyss had a will of its own. In the heart of the maelstrom, they saw it, a harrowing sight. Beneath the surface of the water, a multitude of faces pressed together, their eyes wide with an eternal, tormented gaze. The faces stared out, trapped in a watery purgatory. Desperation clawed at Lisa and Tom, their lungs burning for air. With the last of their strength, they managed to break free from the abyss's grasp, gasping for breath as they stumbled onto the shore. They had narrowly escaped the malevolent force that dwelled within the abyss. As they lay on the cold ground, shivering and gasping for air, they knew they had seen something beyond comprehension. The legend of the abyss was not mere folklore, it was a horrifying truth that had nearly claimed their lives. Lisa and Tom had ventured too close to a darkness they could not fully fathom, and it had left an indelible mark on their souls. From that day on, Willowbrook held its breath as the lake continued to hold its terrible secrets. The legend of the abyss lived on, and the townsfolk dared not venture near it. The town's eerie silence was only broken by the mournful cries that echoed from the lake, a chilling reminder of the malevolence that lurked beneath its surface.
If you enjoyed the story, be sure to like and subscribe. See you next time.